Not all economic activity is frozen in this country. I don't know if any of you get a chance to get on the roads, but I certainly see a lot of trucks out there, a lot of big Mack trucks sending and delivering goods all over the country. They're very, very much in demand. The president, in fact, is going to recognize their importance to the economy in a big White House event today. Matthew Garnett is a truck driver. He's also contributed to the Federalist, among other things. And he hosts a show on YouTube called Trucker Hacks. He knows of what he speaks. And he very, very much believes the importance of truckers, one himself. Very good to have you, Matthew. Thank you for coming. It is true. I mean, people forget how important truckers are, but man, as if we had any doubts of the lifeblood of our economy, they're still humming, aren't they?
Absolutely, Neil. That's absolutely correct. The only thing that's a little bit strange out here is, it can blow through Chicago at 5 p.m. in the afternoon. But other than that, all of us truckers are still out here hauling goods to construction sites. The steelers are still milling steel. The construction workers are still building stuff out here. And I think on the other side of this, we're going to come out of it a little better than we might think, because really that's the backbone of our economy. Granted, we don't get to go out to dinner. We don't get to go see a movie right now. We can't go to the mall. But really what drives this country, us truckers, the blue collar workers out here, we're still humming right along, just as busy as ever.
The one thing that really bothered me that I heard is that your guys have had a devil of a time trying to go through drive-thrus, right? And because you can't even go to drive-thru to get something to eat. I mean, some of them, in some locales, have actually walked out of their trucks to go to the drive-thru. I believe one stop in New Jersey, when one trucker was refused, other people, seeing what was going on, were so incensed, they let them hop into their cars and go through the drive-thru with them. But is that a big problem? It would be a huge problem for me.
Nah, it's not a problem. Really, truckers, we're not going through drive-thrus that often, honestly. And yeah, and here in the Midwest, I just walk up to the windows and they're more than glad to serve me. So I'm not having a problem with that. All the truck stops are still open. They've got restaurants. I mean, you can't hang out in there and eat, but you bring your food back to the truck and it's no big deal.
There's been such a demand for things delivered to homes and delivered to stores, what have you, that I'm wondering if it's even busier for you now. How would you describe it?
I would say so. Yeah, I'm getting less sleep, wow. Getting less rest. It's been remarkable. It's interesting to sit and listen to the radio all day long, listen to the news about economic lockdown, no economic activity. And we're just trying to keep our heads above water out here. So it's going great guns.
Matt, what do you think of a lot of states, including 7 in the Northeast, led by New York and New Jersey, they're going to keep these stay-at-home provisions going for another 2 weeks, so another month at the very least. When you hear that, and given the business that's strong for you now, despite all of that, what do you think?
Well, I'm not sure I'll be speaking out of school too much, but I think, Neil, at some point, we're going to have to just roll the dice on this thing and say, okay, well, this is affecting a certain age group, a certain type of person, right, health-wise, and we're just, if we have to wear masks or whatever else we have to do out there and keep our social distancing, but we're going to have to let the line loose again on this thing, because it's just not feasible to keep it locked down like this. There's just as much risk to life and health, keeping these people locked down for too long as there is from the virus itself. So some people are going to have to make some gutsy calls here pretty soon, is what I think.
Yeah, I think you're right, and that's the inflection point we're at. Matthew Garnett, thank you very, very much. You represent your buddies very, very well, and look out for them. They're good to have a friend like you. Thank you, Matt, very much.